pay tribute to Karen Graham, outstanding leadership as Dean of Students in reshaping our pastoral care program at a time when it was critical. The development of the Student Services Centre, the staff and student wellbeing, her generosity of spirit permeating every corner of this school. I pay tribute to our Dean of Teaching and Learning and Innovation, Laura, when we introduced the new teaching learning framework and bringing the staff along with it, the Staff Professional Development Program, all in partnership with our Dean of Academic Planning, Megan, restructuring the timetable and running school operations, as we all know, like clockwork. Two awesome members of the team. I acknowledge our Director of Co-Curricular Activities, Alan Legg. We looked at a gymnastics extension and those sports fields, Alan. We created an outstanding future for our students, also acknowledged by Morgan, with the purchase of the land at Rocklee. Promises of things to come, Alan. It was a great dream of Alan's from the first day I met him, and I'm so pleased, and it warms my heart that we could deliver that before I finished at the school in 2017. The sports program went from strength to strength. The other schools envied our green machine, the exhilarating days of the invincible champion rowing school under Oleg Shiskin. I will never forget the sea of green at regattas. As in life, it's not just about winning, but participating and how you play the game. We had the highest participation rate of any school in QG, bar none. Music. Loretta, Stephen, Carolyn and the team. I do acknowledge Stephen and thank him for his extraordinary service to the school. I know he couldn't be with us this evening, but I missed the opportunity to acknowledge him when he retired a couple of years ago. We had and have unquestionably the premier music program in the country and renowned overseas. I have unforgettable memories, as does Ray, of our students performing in the great cathedrals of Europe during the music tour that I was privileged to go on with them in 2014. And as we've just heard, the creation of the school song, Honour Before Honours, goosebump stuff. Art, John Honeywell. Again, I acknowledge John for his extraordinary service to this school. And again, I'm sorry I wasn't there at the time when he left as our extraordinary head of art. What a privilege to have this brilliant, gifted artist teaching, mentoring our girls, and overseeing our magnificent art collection. Hopefully, our dream of the Betty Churcher Art Gallery will come to fruition one day, John. Debating. Sebastian Percival, oozing with passion for this craft. I tried to find the right word. I know you will understand. An inspiration to the girls. We were right up there in the QDU competition every year and championed girls' school time and time again. Director of Technology Services, Matthew Wintour. The incredible expertise to lift this school and the digital platform, and his brilliance in every project we undertook. The clever design of the new Technology Services Centre. I look forward to seeing it. Our Director of Communications, Sarah Drever, the flair, knowledge and creative genius in profiling the girls in green and their ever higher achievements. And our wonderful head of boarding, Pamela Hodgetts, with the unconditional support of her husband, David. The wisdom, experience, expertise and love of boarding in every corner of the boarding levels in the Bower Building and the special culture in the boarding house with Pam at the helm. I want to mention under the clock and the new dining room and kitchen, Ryan Bell's leadership and skill. Ryan would have been here tonight, but of course he has another wonderful job now and someone else is benefiting from his expertise and his extraordinary skill. I do remember standing in the basement of the Chambers building one morning, way back when it was a storage area, and commenting, what a perfect place for a coffee shop. Indeed. The whole design and creation of the Bower building with its many elements, as was mentioned before, the final piece of the jigsaw puzzle in that precinct of the campus, and the significance of honouring wonderful Isabel Bower and the old girls. I almost did it. And their place in history. The Great Wall of Somerville, as was mentioned. And the mall. The bridge that connected the Chambers building to the rest of the school. It all sounds so simple when you rattle it off now, but the pain that went into some of these things. And all of this, ever putting the pieces together. Ryan Brown and Steve Wintracken, my boys. I was just talking to Ryan before and I said, Ryan Bell can't be here tonight. He said, that's good, he was always RB2. Because we had Ryan Brown and Ryan Bell, it was such a mouthful, so we called them RB1 and RB2. But it's great that you are here tonight to share this night. And behind us all, Ali and Deirdre and the wonderful Denise, my sanity, and an army of high-performing, hard-working admin staff. Together we built a strategic plan and a master plan, and together we delivered. I remember it all, the discussions, debates, agonising over the little things to get it just right. And I'm sure you'll remember, those of you who were here, choosing colours, dare I mention it. It was fabulous and fun, and it was worth it all. It is most gratifying to see that the school has completed the library and the Technology Services Centre in accordance with those plans even after we left. I look forward to seeing them both, that part of the vision now a reality. And of course, as Morgan acknowledged, none of this was possible without the backing of our parents, our foundation and old girls, supporting us and joining us on the journey with excitement, at times tolerance and patience, and investing large sums of money for the benefit of the students, then, now, always. The Foundation's very generous donation, as we heard, to this building, the Foundation building, and the library, and the ongoing scholarships. And I do acknowledge the support of the presidents and chairs of the boards and councils at that time. I can't mention all of the people who are members of those wonderful committees, but I do acknowledge Bev Folliott, Jane Crombie, Peter Thompson, Virginia Batula, all on board with us. The P&F's regular significant donations to what we called our minor projects, major for other schools, the auditorium, the pool, the seating projects, and I do acknowledge the support of our wonderful presidents, Wendy Cox, Carol Watson, Alex Belinsky, David Orchard, all on board with us. The OGA's ongoing contributions to student prizes and annual gifts, keeping the history and heritage of this amazing place embedded and important in our culture, establishing the special plaque to commemorate the significant anniversary of the American Army's occupation of the school. Did you see the wonderful tribute to the school on the Channel 7 News flashback on Monday night? I think I saw Isabel Bower on the news, again Isabel. And I do acknowledge presidents who worked closely with me during those years, Belinda Kearney and Isabel Bower as our past president, and also the staunch supporters in Val May Pigeon, Janice Anderson, Gay Pittman, to name a few. I also thank from the bottom of my heart for their support, guidance and encouragement my wonderful chairman and PMSA councillors, Gary Lynch and Reverend Murray Fish, and members of council, Sarah Derrington, Dr. Russell Bird, Ian Holzberger, Dr. Sarah Kelly and Ian MacDonald. My fellow PMSA MSA principals, Kathy Bishop, Maria Woods, Graham MacDonald, Brian Sabins and Nigel Fairbairn, and my principal, Carolyn Hoff. We worked together when I was head of senior school at Clayfield College, and Carolyn has been my backbone, my supporter, a wonderful mentor for many years. They were heady days, and it was a lot of work for everyone. It took courage, energy, some risk-taking, trust and belief in what we were doing. But the reward is this fabulous place for the students, then, now and into the future. Success breeds success, we would always say it, and there was success in every corner of the school program. We learned from one another, made mistakes along the way, picked ourselves up after setbacks, and found a way through. I have always said to the students, and I still do now in the place I am, that every experience and what we learn from one another help to shape us to be who we are today. The culture and strength of this school is something else, and the achievements of you, our legacy. I'm now head and CEO of the Women's College at the University of Queensland, and enjoying this new chapter in my life immensely. I am blessed with an outstanding leader in Dr. Sally-Ann Atkinson, AO, Chair of Council, my boss, my mentor. What a privilege to serve in another fine institution, doing what I love towards the growth, education and development of young women. Sally-Ann inspires me as she shares her stories of her time as Lord Mayor and the seeds that were planted during her time of leadership. They have now blossomed for Brisbane to become the world-class city it is today. I see the parallels on a much smaller scale here with what we achieved at this school, our great school. I hope you don't mind my saying that tonight, John. This is John Honeywell. John said to me once, you don't have to keep saying we're a great school, Flo, because we just are a great school. And from that moment on, I stopped saying we're a great school. But I'm sure you'll forgive me tonight, John, because I can't help myself. We just are a great school. But seeds planted back then that have blossomed. The bougainvillea on the Great Wall of Somerville has literally blossomed. And my goodness, it looks just like the pictures when we planned it all. Who would have thought? I have reconnected with many Somerville House families, community leaders and educators in another place. And I am grateful to work in this capacity. I have also been appointed by the Uniting Church, thank you David, Reverend David Baker, to the Council of Scots PGC College in Warwick and chair the Education and Welfare Committee. An honour to serve in school governance and enjoy the rhythm and excitement of school life, my life's work, and working again with